And welcome back. Well, chances are you've already seen our next guest on television. Dr. Ian Smith is the former medical correspondent for NBC News and has been on countless other programs like Oprah, The Today Show, and Rachael Ray. You know, just a couple of those small shows. So he's excited to be here on The Morning Blend.
Well, you know, I'm so glad because we're in good company. He travels with the First Lady. He has been appointed by President Obama to the President's Council on Fitness, Sports, and Nutrition.
Yes.
He's a good friend.
He is a good friend, and he's also the author of 9 books. But this one that you're looking at right now, Shred, the Revolutionary Diet, has become a movement, not just a book, with dieters calling themselves Shredder Nation. There's even one going on right here in Milwaukee called Milwaukee Shredders. Good morning, Ian.
Good to see you guys.
So nice to meet you. You two are friends.
We are. He's just a great guy.
Yeah, you
Met
sure
a while
are.
ago.
Your list of accomplishments and your bio and your resume is so beyond impressive. What makes you so passionate about fitness and health?
Well, first of all, I never read my bio because you kind of, you know, I go through life just trying to do things, and when you start reading what you've done, it, you know, I think it becomes too much. But I'm passionate about empowering people. I really love the idea. I've been very blessed in my life. I've had great education.
Great
I've been very
genes.
lucky.
You're
great
a handsome
genes.
man.
Great genes. You can't control that. But I've just been blessed, and people are very nice to me in my life. And I think that one of the best things you can do as a human being is to give back to others. And empowering people around weight loss and healthiness is such a great gift. And I just like to help people. And, you know, it's interesting. I meet people all the time who say, I want to change my life. Can you help me? And sometimes people are serious, sometimes they're not serious. But when they're really serious about it, I can give them the tools and the encouragement to get through it. And to see that light bulb go off in their head, that, wow, this is how it works, that makes my day.
Well, Dr. Ian, what I like most about your books and your approach is their common sense and they're realistic because you take into account that all of us really aren't as motivated as some.
Sure. The greatest thing about the Shred program, which is 6 weeks, 4 into 2 sizes, by the way, because we had 5,000 people over the summer who I gave it to them to diet for free online. And people said I was crazy for doing that, but I like to help people. And we found out with their surveys that they lost 4 inches and 2 sizes in just 6 weeks, and the average weight loss is 20 pounds.
Wow.
But the biggest compliment is people say, this isn't a diet, this is a lifestyle plan because it's regular food you can buy anywhere. It allows you to have 4 meals a day and 3 snack options, so you're constantly eating, and it does not deprive you. Diets that deprive you do not work for the long term. They may work in the short term, but in the long term, I want people to make smart choices. And Shred says to people, you know, every meal is spelled out for you for 6 weeks. And Shred says, we're not asking you to eat perfectly, we're just asking you to do a little better. And that's the philosophy behind Shred.
And I think, pointedly, what you said is so important that you actually you do lay out 6 weeks of meal plans in your book. That's exactly what the book does. You've got snacks, you've got meals, you've got exercise, you've got it all incorporated. You also have these 5 tips for people who want to lose weight, and I think they're fascinating, but like you said, Viv, they're very common sense and they're realistic for people. So I kind of want to go through a few of them, starting with hydration. I'm horrible at it. A lot of us like to think that we can be hydrated through our coffee, our caffeinated sodas, our teas.
Tea is good, right?
Is that true, or is it really just water?
Well, no, water is in a lot of things, by the way. So in order to get the amount of water you need, however, if you're not drinking straight water, you need to drink a lot of the other substances. But water, drinking straight water or some flavored water, low-calorie flavored water, is typically the best way to get the hydration. But we typically say between 6 and 8 cups a day is the proper amount. Because remember, our body is 70% water, and we lose water all day long, so you need to replace that water to keep your systems going well.
Yeah, there's some, I think, information out there that always confuses me. Do you drink before a meal? Do you drink with a meal? Do you drink after a meal? When's the best time to have that glass of water?
From my standpoint, from a strategic standpoint, when you're trying to lose weight, the best time is to drink, and the book we say sometimes, drink a cup of water before the meal to help fill some of your stomach space up, and then drink during the meal, because water has no calories, typically, plain water. And the idea is if we're trying to reduce our calories, we need to reduce the amount of space that we have to fill with food, and so that's my strategy, and people love it.
See, makes sense. Okay, so tell us about the Obamas.
Well, you know, it's interesting, you know, when you get called from the White House, you don't typically believe it, and I first got the call, and I didn't believe it, and I thought a friend was playing a joke on me, and it was from someone from the personnel department saying, no, you know, I'm attorney so-and-so, and we want to get all your information to do an extensive background check. That was the most amazing thing, was they find out everything and they ask you for everything. So once
Did you have any skeletons in your closet?
No, I'm pretty.
Not if you got the appointment.
Yeah, exactly. But then, you know, it's such an honor because they've added nutrition to the council. So it's the President's Council on Fitness, Sports, and Nutrition. They've added the nutrition component, which is great for me. But we go around with the First Lady, sometimes not with the First Lady, on behalf of Let's Move. And our mission is to get America to move better and to eat better and to make smarter choices. And so we'll go to religious groups, we go to schools a lot of times, we go to advocacy groups, we really go around the country, and the council is tremendous. I mean, Drew Brees from the Saints is one of the chairs, Dominique Dawes, Michelle Kwan, the figure skater, Billie Jean King, Chris Paul, the basketball player. I mean, Carl Edwards from NASCAR. When you get to our meetings, we have one meeting a year. I'm looking around the table
That sounds like a fun meeting.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Absolutely.
I'm sitting next to Drew Brees. We're having a meeting about how to get something exactly. But it's really, the council has been revived. Arnold Schwarzenegger was big on the council before, by the way. We used to do the President's Challenge. Now with the council, it's revived, it's reinvigorated. And our mission is to go out and help America.
I think it's great. Do you know what the Obamas have for breakfast?
I don't know what they eat for breakfast all the time, but I do know that the First Lady, Michelle, she's extremely healthy and she is very fit. Like
she is.
Looks it though. She looks it.
She does. She looks great in her gowns and everything, but she is physically active. Like you say, go down and do push-ups. She can do push-ups. Like
I've seen her.
Yeah, she is serious. So I love the idea that this is her thing. Like she's physically active, which is of course my thing. But I love that we have a First Lady who's young and physically active and who's doing it like everybody else. I just think it's awesome.
Yeah, it is great. A couple of your quick tips. Strategic snacking. You've got a whole list of under 150 calorie snacks in the back of the book. Fiber. That's
Fiber's
a big
huge.
one.
The average American should be consuming between 28 and 35 grams of fiber a day.
Which is about how big? Is that the palm of your hand?
No, it's the amount. So it depends on what it comes in. It's usually fruits and vegetables where you get a lot of fiber in. So that's the amount you should be consuming per day. We consume about only 15 grams of fiber a day, Americans, whereas the Chinese consume 77 grams. So we, as American diet, we don't consume enough fiber, and fiber makes you feel full longer.
Absolutely. Okay, we're out of time, so I just want to do one thing real quick. Detoxing, you say. This is, I think, very confusing for people because you say there's a difference between a detox and a cleanse. What is that difference?
Well, the key is that when you're detoxing, you're trying to remove the toxins. It's the fast. So people
fast, correct.
Detox and cleanse are the same thing, but a fast is different. People who detox, we do an eating detox in our program, which means we eat regular food that helps cleanse our system normally, not fast ourselves. Don't fast yourself because you're lacking your nutrients.
And a fast is when you eliminate a food group.
Entire food groups, and lots of them. So, people do it for religious reasons. That's a different conversation. But as far as losing weight, fasting is not the way to do it. But cleansing, a nice gentle cleanse, is a way that can help you do it.
And I like food so much, so I'm not going to fast.
No, nor should you.
Right, exactly.
You say calories, ups and downs. You've got all that in here. You've got so much in your book. People can get a hold of your book and also join the Milwaukee Shredders by going to your Facebook page. Again, you can find it by typing in, just in the search, Milwaukee Shredders, and you're going to find Ian's movement here on the Shred, the Revolutionary Diet, there on Facebook. You can join in. Otherwise, you can follow him online at driansmith.com. He's on Facebook. He's on Twitter. He's fantastic.
You already follow me.
Yeah.
And you know what? Hey, guess what? In 6 weeks, when we get Milwaukeeans to lose all this weight, we'll come back and bring some live Milwaukeans on and show.
Promise?
Their shredded
That would be
product.
great.
Absolutely. 6
Pinky
weeks.
swear right now?
I may not be here,
All right.
but you better at least call me.
You're always here.
You're
Thanks,
fantastic.
guys.
Thank you so much for being
All
here,
right.
Doctor. We
Okay.
appreciate it.